The words of his old friend disturb Aeneas. His mind is torn apart by all his cares. But when black night rode high upon her chariot and took possession of the heavens, then down from the sky the image of his father Anchises seemed to glide. His sudden words, "Son, once more dear to me than life when life was mine. Son, battered by the fates of Troy. Jove, who drove off the fire from your fleet and from high heaven pitied you at last, has sent me here. Obey the excellent advice old Nautes gives, and take your chosen young men, your bravest hearts, to Italy. In Latium you must subdue a people of steel, a race that has its rugged ways. Yet first draw near the lower halls of Dis, and through the lands of deep Avernus seek, my son, a meeting with me. I am not among sad shades in impious Tartarus. My home is in Elysium, among the gracious gatherings of the pious ones. You shall be shown the way there by the chaste Sibyl, but after offering blood from many black cattle, you will learn of all your race and of the walls that have been given you. And now farewell. Damp night wheels on her way. Fierce dawn with panting stallions breathes on me." He spoke, then fled like smoke into thin air. "Where are you rushing now? Where hurrying?" Aeneas cries. "Whom do you flee? Or who keeps you from my embraces?" Saying this, he stirs the embers and the sleeping fires, and worships as a suppliant the Trojan god of the hearth in the ancient Vesta's shrine, with sacred meal and with a full censer. At once he calls his comrades, first Acestes, and tells of Jove's command and his dear father's advice, and two, what he himself has now resolved. The meeting is not long. Acestes does not object to what Aeneas asks. They choose the women for the city, settling a willing people, hearts that do not want great fame. And they themselves renew the rowing benches, and they repair the ship's charred timbers and fit out oars and rigging. They are few in number, but their hearts are keen for war. And meanwhile with a plough Aeneas marks the city's limits and allots the houses. He calls one district Troy, one Ilium. Acestes, born of Troy, delights in his new kingdom. He proclaims a court of justice. To the assembled elders he gives laws, and then, close to the stars, above Mount Eryx, to Venus of Idalium they raise a temple, and assign to Anchises' tomb a priest within a sacred, spacious grove. And now that everyone has feasted for 9 days, their offerings paid before the altars, calm breezes smooth the waters. Blowing fresh, the south wind calls again to voyaging. A mighty wailing rises on the winding beaches, and while embracing, they delay a night, a day. The very men and matrons who once had found the face and name of the sea so harsh and unendurable now want to journey on, to test the trials of exile. With kindly words Aeneas comforts them, and weeping he commends them to his kinsman Acestes. Then he offers up 3 calves to Eryx. For the tempest he commands a lamb as sacrifice. That done, he has the cable duly loosened. He himself, a garland of stripped olive on his brow, now stands apart upon the prow. He holds a bowl and throws the entrails to the salt waves, and he pours pure wine. As they sail out, the wind awakens astern. His comrades lash the seas in rivalry. They sweep the waters. But meanwhile Venus is distressed, and this lament pours from her breast. She says to Neptune, Juno's fanatic wrath, that heart of hers that is insatiable, have made me stoop to every sort of prayer. But she can never be softened, Neptune, neither by time's lapse nor by the honours paid her. She can never accept the fates or Jupiter's decrees. It is not enough that her abominable hatred devoured the city of the Phrygians, tearing their very heart, then dragged their remnant through every punishment. She now pursues the rest, the ashes, bones of ruined Troy. Let her be very sure she has good reasons for such madness, and you yourself can be my witness. What a sudden thrashing she just now let loose upon the Libyan waters. She mingled all the seas with heaven, trusting in vain the hurricanes of Aeolus. And this she dared to do within your kingdom, and criminally, too, she drove the Trojan women and foully burned their ships. And since the fleet is lost, she has forced them to abandon their comrades in an unknown land. I pray, permit this remnant to entrust their sails safely across the waters. Let them reach Laurentian Tiber, if what I beseech is just, if fate has given them those walls.